Hi boys and girls, and welcome back to another kit overview. Today I will be talking about the French Rafale. This is my third French plane I've ever built. Mostly my experience with French planes has been World War I biplanes, so this is the first jet I'll be making. This was a fun change of pace. I was excited to start building this mostly because the canopy on the real aircraft opens up into the side, which is something different, and it has a very unique shape to it. As the entire plane looks rather simple and sleek as a design, it has a lot of very subtle angles that were necessary to capture the look of. And I think it turned out pretty well. You are very much looking at the prototype here. There's no printed parts on this vehicle yet. For now, I'll start with the nose and work my way back. So the whole front end is pitched down very slightly. And that's really the first time I've ever done that. Usually I tend to brick build things and keep everything in a straight line. So I wanted to make sure that I was just doing something different. I didn't want to follow the same horizontal lines in the build. So pitching the nose down was the first challenge I had to overcome, and making sure it was attached well enough to the frame so it's durable and you're able to swoosh it around. And I'll start off with the canopy feature like I was mentioning. Opens straight up into the side, so it has fairly easy access to get the minifigure in and out of the aircraft, which is usually kind of a struggle in some vehicles. And it retains its strength really well. Once it's closed and sealed up, it's a very solid canopy cockpit design, and it's certainly not going anywhere. Very swooshable. The canards do rotate. It's also a very different design. I've never really seen that on an aircraft before, so that was also very unique for me to be able to design that a little bit differently. The aircraft intakes, or the engine air intakes here, this piece is currently black. It will be printed to match the rest of the fuselage color. And I thought it was there's a few different ideas I was going to go of to create that intake look, and I couldn't really decide on the diameter, but I think this window piece ended up working out really well, and it does sort of illustrate fan blades on the engine using that window. So that'll look nice once it's all printed. And then going back a little bit further, I have the leading edge slats on the wings. Actually have a very unique design. Getting this delta angle on the wings, I would typically use a 45-degree slope brick. I've used that in the past. I've used it quite often to achieve the proper angle, because it's not exactly a 45-degree angle. This is a 45-degree angle. So I had to figure out a way to bump it to change that angle without making it too chunky, like how I'd used in the past with 45-degree slope bricks and the snot technique. And the leading edge slat actually does have this interesting angle to it. It's not perfectly straight across. It does follow a little bit like a triangle, and it does move. And then the anhedral on the wings as well. Usually I've built dihedrals, I built gull wings, or I built wings that are just straight across. So getting an anhedral means that the wing is canted down instead of up. That was another feature that I'd been waiting to try out, and it's subtle enough where I think it looks really nice. And usual features I include are flaps, ailerons, and this time I was able to incorporate a rudder that follows the same angle as the rest of the vertical stabilizer, and the rudder does move. And as always, the kit comes with a stand that is adjustable. You have 2 external fuel tanks, 2 missiles. The kit also comes with a minifigure from Forest Moon Bricks, which has in between the leg printing. That's another cool feature of something that I'd never seen. I think it's an industry first, at least for me. Well, that's all I have to say about this model. Remember to check us out at brickveteran.com and follow us on Instagram for more cool content.